Today on Ranking This Small Business. Citations, links, and how to build them. But wait, quick question.
Do you know what those are? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, that I know what it is. I know what that is. It's a backlink, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's a citation? I'm curious. What's your definition of a citation?
Okay, the citation is the NAP, the name, address, phone number for your business that's listed online.
Pretty good. Yeah.
That's what I messed up so that in order to find you.
All right. And so for anyone that doesn't know, backlinks work like this in SEO. Your website, your rankings in Google's organic results are basically two things. It's your website relevancy. So that's your content. Someone typed in Charlottesville wedding makeup artist. And so is your website relevant for that? And if you read the content on your website, Google's like, yeah, that's what this website is about. And then the other piece of it is, does the rest of the internet care? Like there might be 100 sites that are relevant for that term, but Google now has to kind of decide how to sort them. And so the ones that have the most like links from more specific places, and specific places being like wedding specific blogs, wedding specific magazines, all of those places, they really help drive your authority. So you've got your relevancy and your authority. And so that's where the backlinks come in, and links really play a huge role in your ability to rank. And the local pack algorithm is actually driven by that as well to some degree. And so the local results will have to also reference your website relevancy and the links to your website. That helps you rank better both in organic and in the local packs and the maps results.
That's kind of like real life, like trying to mimic social behavior, right, is what Google's trying to do.
Yeah. So the more references you have, the better, the more prominent you look. And so Google's like, well, this company is clearly the very best because every blog mentions them. They even got a mention from the New York Times. When you start seeing those kinds of things, you're like, well, that's a very authoritative, significant business. So if you are just starting out, this is very important. You've got to get these links to your website. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look at Anne's links. We're going to look at Anne's citations. We're going to look at the competition and see if we can find some really good opportunities and try to continue building on what Anne has already built. All right, so let's start with the local citation finder. This is Whitespark software. What the tool does is it scours the web through a series of Google searches to try and find all the places that your business is listed online, like business directories.
Okay.
And then it runs queries for all of your competition, and then it shows you the difference. So what we found for your business is 11 citations. So Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, the Knot.com. So we can see these different URLs here. The Knot, King Family Vineyards, that's a nice local link you're probably getting. Campfriendship.com and Montfair Resort Farm. These are probably wedding venues, right?
Yep.
Excellent. All right. Those are great localized links. And so this is what the software found. Now you probably have other out there, like you're like, oh, where's my Instagram? Where's my link from Super Pages? And so the local citation finder is interesting because on the first run, you'll probably find, some of your results, but it runs every single week. And on subsequent crawls, it tends to find everything. But on the first run, it doesn't typically find it because a lot of this stuff doesn't get surfaced in Google searches. But Google's results are changing all the time. And so over time, you'll see that number grow and grow and grow as it discovers the rest of your citations. But if I look at opportunities, these are sites that we found your competitors on that we did not find a listing for you. And so some of these are significant. Wedding Wire, we know you have a listing on Wedding Wire, right? You definitely do.
Yes. I have more reviews on there than my competition, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So we know you have that one. So what we're looking for are ones that you actually might not have. And so, we see things like Foursquare and Better Business Bureau are big ones. Do you know if you're listed on the Better Business Bureau?
That's a good question.
Let's find out. So there you go. This is exactly what we are trying to do. We want to make sure you are listed on key sites that Google would expect you to be found on.
Interesting.
So you don't have one. And so you can create a new listing. So you can add a Better Business Bureau listing right here with this button.
Okay.
Or you can hire the team at Whitespark. We have our Whitespark listing service. This is actually how you found us. And so we are known for this type of work. So that's what we can see for citations. So we see some opportunities. The cool thing about this is it'll keep running every week and it'll surface new opportunities. So you might see some ones where you're like, oh, look, my competitor is listed on that one site that looks really good. I want to get listed there too. And so you'll get an email every week that says, hey, here's some new opportunities we found. All right, let's take a look at your links. Let's see what you got for links. I'm going to use Ahrefs for this.
Now, what is this website called? What?
So this is Ahrefs, and Ahrefs is a software. It does a whole bunch of SEO stuff. It's one of the most popular for sure. And it's really powerful because it has a huge link index. It basically knows all the links on the internet. And so I can put in your website and it'll tell me all the links you have to your website. Oh, and pretty good, 458 links.
I have what?
You have 458 backlinks.
Okay.
From 95 different referring domains. It's pretty solid, especially for a business in your industry. Like your competition probably has way less than you. So this is probably this is definitely a huge factor for your organic SEO success. Really big. This is great. It's nice to see. So now we can actually see, well, what are these links? And how have these links adjusted over time, right? Oh, look at your traffic. Look at how your traffic went up.
Whoa, look at that. It's like a big spike. How exciting.
This is when we finished the verification. Look at that.
This is awesome. The magic of Whitespark. You see what happens? Low, 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 and it just shoots up like a roller coaster. That's awesome. Look at that.
That is pretty exciting to see that. So this is from January and then kaboom.
Well, there is no doubt that you are helping the business. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Now your links though have stayed relatively steady. So look at your links, your average, so your referring domains, basically the same. You haven't really been getting any new links.
I haven't really tried. So like what would be a strategy to try to do that? How do you
yeah. We're gonna get into that. I got lots of strategies for you.
Okay, I'm ready. I want to have double what my competition has.
Okay. Well, let's look at your referring domains here. This is the interesting thing for me. So, oh, look, you have a link from MarthaStewart.com. Wow. Did you know this?
Yes, Martha Stewart weddings. We were on there. Yeah, we did a wedding, but multiple weddings with Martha Stewart. Yeah.
So right now I'm looking at your referring domains. Let's look at your backlinks themselves. And we can see your best links. So they're sorted from the best to least impactful. So you have the link from Zola, 9 tips for great bridal makeup from a makeup artist.
I wrote an article back when I was new. I was like, look, I can, be an authority. I can write you guys free articles or whatever. And so so that's exciting.
Okay. And I think it's time, like this one here, it's like triggered to get into the strategies because you already have one of them and you already know the impact of that. Your very best link that you got, like what year did you get this link? How long have you had this?
Oh, that was a while ago. I was really high up on Borrowed and Blue. And so I approached Zola, hey, can I write an article for you? And they allowed me to. So that was like when they just took over Borrowed and Blue. So I think that was a long time ago.
I see. Okay. Let's talk about some strategies for getting more links. My favorite one is actually, I call it the Rolodex method. What you're going to do is you're going to pick up your phone, and this is your modern Rolodex, and you're going to look at your contacts list. And as you go through your contacts, can you do it with me right now? Just bring up your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So go to your contacts, just start at the A's at the very top. And now you're going to look at every name on that list and think, is that a business owner that has a website? That's your first question. If you look, tell me when you find the first one.
Yes, found one.
Who do you got?
A photographer named Aaron Watson.
Okay, so you've answered the first question, which is yes. It's a photographer, Aaron Watson. So your question now would be, is there any reason I could get Aaron Watson to link to my website?
Yeah, he links to it. He links to it all the time because we work together all the time. He does beautiful work.
Now, do you know if he drops the links?
I thought so. We certainly backlink him.
Well, let's look at his website. Aaron Watson. Okay, here's his website. Charlottesville Wedding. He just does weddings.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to wedding. Weddings portfolio.
I think we did that wedding. The one with the little girl.
Okay, if I click that. Okay, I don't think you have a link from Aaron's website.
You don't?
No, because he doesn't have like a spot on his website where he's creating links. This is like it's all promotional of his own stuff, and that's fine, right?
No, but he has a very big blog. I thought.
Well, here, we can actually look in Ahrefs. So if I go to referring domains, yeah, you're not getting any links from a domain that starts with Aaron. So there you go. This is actually a great example. You might think you're getting a link from somebody, but if you look at their website,
I'm like all the time. We work together all the time. Like probably 20% of our blogs have mentioned him at least.
well, now you have some power to request that link. You'd be like, dude, I've been linking to you for a decade and you've never given me a link from your website? You're going to call up Aaron Watson and you're going to say, hey, Aaron, I would really appreciate a link. And then what you really want to do in these situations is try to find the place where it makes sense to get a link. He has a page on his website about you, but it doesn't even link to your website.
That's so weird.
This is the magic of this strategy for link building. You looked at your contact list for like 30 seconds and you said, oh yeah, Aaron Watson, he's got a website. He's a photographer I work with, right? Then you looked in Ahrefs. Hey, is Aaron linking to me? No, Aaron is not linking to me, but Aaron even has a page on his site already with your information. You could ask him to update this page and provide a link to your website. And what did you get? You got a link for hardly any effort at all. No money paid. You just had to send this guy a message. And you're getting one of the very best links you could ever get. This is a guy in Charlottesville that specializes in wedding-related things. It's like you've got the city relevance and you've got the industry relevance. It is an incredible link. And so the contact method of looking for link opportunities is very powerful. And what I will tell you is that as you scroll your contact list, you probably find 5, 10, maybe 20 of these types of opportunities that are really, really good links. So this is your strategy number one. The other thing that you could do, and actually we saw that as your very best link, was you contributed an article to that wedding site. 9 tips for bridal. Take that same concept and rework it a little bit and pitch it to another site. Find the best wedding sort of blogs in your area and say, hey, I'm a makeup artist in the area. Would you be interested in a guest post from me?
Couldn't I also approach any of the businesses that we've linked?
That's the same concept. It's like anyone that you've worked with. A wedding requires a lot of different businesses to be involved. And so that's kind of a nice position for you to be in. And you can, any of those businesses that you also worked on for that wedding are opportunities for you to link from their website.
I mean, we've been working our butts off making sure everybody's linked. So
yeah. And I want to show you one more other link building strategy. This is a query that'll give you all of what are called sponsorship opportunity links. And so these sponsorship links, like TomTom Foundation has a list of sponsors on this page here. Interested in becoming a sponsor? Connect with us. And so what you can do is you could potentially have one of these links on this page. And so typically you got to pay them. So if you want a link on this page, you can get one and it'll cost a few $100. So you'll just message them up above and say, I would be interested in sponsoring the TomTom Foundation. I run Charlottesville wedding hair and makeup artist. And then they're going to get back to you with sponsorship package opportunities. I'll be like, oh, well, our platinum package gets you a billboard and it gets you mentioned at the event and our speaker will come to your house for a luncheon, like that kind of stuff. And so you're like, I don't need all that. How about just a mention on the website? I'll give you $200. And so sometimes they'll be like, okay, sure, I'll take your free money. And so that's how the sponsorship links work.
Okay.
All right. So let's recap your link building opportunities. You got Citation. Whitespark is your friend. We have you covered there. We'll get that done for you. We have guest posting opportunities similar to that, like 9 tips. So find some of these local businesses that have a blog and you could suggest, hey, I'd be happy to write a post for you on, bridal makeup, bridal hair. You have the contact methods. So going through and seeing any of these businesses that you've worked with in the past, that you have relationships with, trying to connect with them and seeing if they can link back to your website. And then the sponsorships thing. So I think that's your list of link opportunities. If you did, a few of those, you would already be 10 steps ahead of most of your competition.
Okay.
Nobody's thinking about this. You already are, actually. If we look at your links, you've got pretty good links already.
So it's the same thing as Instagram where somebody tags you and they mention you.
Oh, I got another method for you.
Okay.
Go look through all your Instagram tags. Anyone that's ever tagged you on Instagram, you can now reference those and say, hey, do they have a website? They've tagged me on Instagram. Do they have a website? Could they also link to me? So I think you might find some links there too.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, I think that's it. That's our links. We've looked at your links. We looked at your citations. We looked at your links, and we've given you some strategies. So I think you just got to do the work now, Anne.
I appreciate it. I'm excited about it. I'll get on it and do that. At least something.
Okay, well, that'll do it for today. We'll see you all next time.
Okay, bye.